All right, so a man's out of control and police have to do something. He ends up dying. That's another one of the stories we're talking about tonight in our Crime Time segment. We bring in our experts. Still with us tonight, Ted Golden, DEA Special Agent retired, and former gang homicide detective Donald Schweitzer. Let's get to this next story from KGTV in San Diego. A man dies after being tased.
Police officers put up yellow tape blocking the entrance to the theater on the Miracosta College campus in Oceanside. This was after a man refused to listen to police and he was tased. At one point on the police radio traffic, you can hear an officer describing what the man did.
She threw an axe at me.
Police later learned the man had thrown a large windshield wiper he ripped from a car. After being tased, officers noticed the man was having trouble breathing. Crews tried to save him, but he died at the scene.
CPR is in progress. No breaths on the subject here.
Copy, CPR in progress.
Police say this started just a few blocks away, where they received calls about a disturbance in the neighborhood. They got reports of a man throwing rocks and even breaking windows. They say he even broke into 2 houses while families were inside. We did learn that an officer was injured, a very minor injury to that person's hand. As for whether this man was under the influence of drugs or alcohol, we are told the medical examiner will make that determination.
So, are tasers the best alternative to a gun? Yeah, Donald, very dangerous situation where he's acting, the suspect acting violently. And obviously, police don't want to kill him. He ends up dying. What is that like when you're a police officer and you're trying to serve and protect and you want to keep everyone safe? You know you've got a suspect out of control here. You don't want him to die, but he does. How does that impact you as an officer?
Well, Vinny, police officers are there to serve and protect, and any loss of life is very sad. In this particular case, just like all cases, the officers don't have the ability to ask for pre-existing conditions. And you're there faced with a very deranged man, and you have to use force that's adequate under the situation. Using the gun was one of the options that they chose not to use. So what is left? You've got the baton, you've got pepper spray, and you've got this taser gun. Now, you could go and try to grapple with the person, but that's extremely dangerous, and the officer has to look out for his or her safety as well. So the taser really was probably the best thing that could be used there. Pepper spray, you never know if it gets back into the officer's face. You got to keep a distance. Using a baton could result in a very ugly wrestling match that both people could get very hurt. So, you know, under these circumstances, it seemed like an extremely reasonable thing, but it's sad that the gentleman died.